All right, folks. Good morning. Welcome to the show. If I look like I've been sweating, it's because it's not morning here any longer, and my deep freeze went out, and well, it froze up. So I had to do like this emergency, take all the food out, take it all apart, fix, defrost the blower motor, put it all back together, put my food in there for anything got wasted. Now that I got that taken care of, let's get to the show. Stock market's closed today. It's Juneteenth, so we are going to look at a new strategy that I'm going to try that AI showed me, and we're going to look at a few of the tools that I use to make these get an idea of who I'm going to watch in the morning. So, watch the new tools. Let me know what you if what tools you use, or if I'm using these incorrectly. Let me know. All right, people. So this is the first image we're going to look at for this new strategy, the open range basics. This blue box here is nothing more than to annotate the first 5-minute candle. We want to take the first 5-minute candle. We're going to take its highest point, draw a line. We're going to take its lowest point, draw a line. Okay, those are very important. We're going to draw those all the way out to the whole day of trading. And we're looking for basically what you're seeing kind of on this board a little bit. Okay. So valid ORB retest. So we have our opening range set up in the first 5 minutes. And what we're looking at, so like I said, the first candle is going to be on 5 minutes, and we're going to set our range off of it. Okay. Once we have our range set, we're looking for a breakthrough, which we see right here, then a retest. Once it hits that opening high and it retests, we start seeing it bounce back up. That's when we know that we're in a good long setup. So we're going to buy back here after we see some confirmation. Very, very important though. Stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. Protect your funds. Do not let them go. Right? All right. So we do not buy when we see our first green candle here on our chart. See right here, we got a green candle, then it immediately went back down. We would have lost. We want to make sure that we are confirming, seeing actual growth there with volume. Look for volume. If you're not seeing the actual growth with volume, stay away from it. So this is going to be the method that we're working on next week. Uh, is it going to pay off? No idea. Am I still probably going to trade the first 5 minutes? 110%. That's how I keep making money. Uh, till I just figure out something else. I'm looking for things that I'm comfortable with in the first, 5 minutes to 15 minutes of the market open. Uh, that's really kind of my bread and butter. So, like up, Hochtown, Oklahoma. Never been there. Down southeastern Oklahoma. Got Bigfoot festivals down there. Really awesome tourist place. Some awesome houses back in the mountains, cabins you can rent, whatnot. Pretty cool lakes. Never get a chance. Hochtown. Pretty awesome place. Recommend going there. All right, everyone. So we see it is Juneteenth, federal holiday. Nothing is announced on the Market Watch calendar because, well, markets are closed. We are not doing business. Uh, I do want to come in here and just take a look on what's going on, though. I want to stay up to date. That way, I got a good idea of what I'm looking at come Monday morning. After hours, most active stocks is our usual suspects of late, the tech sector. Uh, yeah, they've been moving a lot lately. That one's not really surprising. After hours gainers, this Domino's pizza here, that's surprising. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you, yeah, I'm kind of a fat guy, so that's saying something. All right, earnings report on the Nasdaq. I don't think any of these are anything that I've been messing with. No, nothing on the earnings calendar, but we can look for Monday. Let's see what to expect there. So on the 22nd, So it looks like these are the expected watchers for Monday morning. So keep that in mind. Over the weekend, I'll end up making a report. If you want a copy of like the PDF that I make for me before I trade, let me know. Maybe I'll post them. Maybe I'll email them out. Maybe I'll make a members area. I don't know. Figure out a way to get it to everyone. And don't never forget when you do find a stock you're interested in, stocktitan.net. Okay. Research that company, learn what it is, see what they're doing, see how they've been performing. Most importantly, see what their filings are, latest news. If you see a stock jumping and you don't see any news to catalyst as a catalyst or SEC filings or anything like that, that doesn't sound like something I want to be involved in. But so yeah, I really love this website. Great tools. If you're not using them, then I highly suggest you start using Stock Titan earnings reports. At least if you're doing anything like I'm doing. I don't know. I don't. I don't even think what I'm doing is considered day trading. I think it's like I don't know what's the one everyone really hates. Uh, Worse than day traders because like I straight up I'll sell that stuff in 36 seconds if my profit's there. So get some weird I forget what that's called, but you think about it, let me know. I don't know. Okay, everyone. I want to just take a few minutes, go over some stuff that if you're brand new and you stumbled upon this channel, I want to show you a few things I wish I would have known on my first day. Uh, but I also really want to stress I am not a financial advisor. This is not real advice, but just kind of how this whole thing functions, right? You see a lot of videos and there's boxes all over the place they're drawing and there's lines and what do they all mean? What do they all do? I don't know. But here's some of the few that like me working with AI that I found. Okay. So one of the things we want to look at is a study. We're going to use this Google line here, whatever. And you have a bunch, you look at quick studies and you have things here and there's hundreds of them. Concealing baby swallow. I don't know what that is and it sounds horrifying. But I've got with AI, hey, what are some studies that I should have? Okay. And we'll start with my beginner study. This was my first study that it gave me. And all this was the VWAP, moving exponential 9, and moving average exponential 20. Okay. It's basically just looking at the average rate of move over different times. And the VWAP is looking at the rate of the average based on trading volume. I think was my understanding of it. Like I said, still pretty new. So that's what this is. And with the first technique it was showing me, that was fine. Next comes the study I'm currently using, which is I'm calling it study set one. Okay, I still have the VWAP. I have the moving average exponential 9 and 20, but I also have shooting star 20, hammer 20, and rising 3 methods. Okay, so let's talk about some of these. I don't know a lot about them yet. I'm still working on what exactly they do, but they are more of signals and they're annotated by these arrows you see on the screen here. Like here, these hammers, those are all different hammers. And if you change the different times of your studies, you can look and see, if they had them in history. And there's just so many different studies you can add on here. Coming here to add study and literally just start going through them. And if you don't know what they do, go to AI, ask them what they do, get an idea there. I will never know everything that's in here. But as I'm working with AI, it kind of has a plan. It's working with me. Uh, and I'm using that to learn. So I wanted to show that to you guys, the whole plans thing, the whole studies, and how once you have like all the studies added that you want, you can literally just click save study, name it whatever you want. The next time you log in, you can you pull up a chart, load that study quickly. So That's cool. And you can look at different time frames. I'm going back to 5 minutes. That's always my favorite for what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to zoom in here. And I've watched a whole lot of videos where they are just instantly drawing things on screen, right? Boxes and whatnot. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to right click. Okay. Is how I like to do it. And I have drawings down here. Drawing set default. I haven't messed with that, but I look at drawing tools. And for here, we're going to take rectangles. I want to make a rectangle. Say I'm looking at a method and we're going to take our high here to our low, and then we're going to box all that out, right? Because we want to, for whatever technique, we want to see when it breaks out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and edit properties. You see, I can change the values, dates, whatever I need to change. And then I'm going to go ahead and change the color here so that it's easier to see. Boom. So say I'm working a technique that I want to see as soon as it goes out from this, I can see it and work off that. And I did that. I have still that drawing enabled, and I am literally one click where I want to start, and then bring it over here, click again where I want to end. Then I can right click, make it whatever color I want. I can remove the drawing, right click, move drawing. So I want to show that to everyone. Let's look at some of the other drawing tools too, though. Right. So say I just want to do a straight line, right? Drawing, come over here to draw tools. I can, this is pan. This is a trend line. I want to go here, trend this down like so. I can do that, right? Then I want to trend from, here across here and do some magical stuff. I don't know. There are different tools that you can work with. You can right click on them, extend to the left, move drawings. So then right here has something to do with select and show patterns. I haven't really gotten into that yet. I am still trying to learn this piece by piece. I'm not trying to flood my brain every day with a bunch of new information. I'm learning as I go. As I have questions, I go to my local AI. I'm going to say, spend $20 a month on a chat GPT account. And I really think that's probably the best 20 bucks a month I spend. If you don't like AI, I don't know what to tell you. It's a great tool. It's like having a really good intern. Don't give them too much power because, well, they just don't have the wisdom. But as far as needing somebody that knows the ins and outs of something, AI's got it. And if you're worried about hallucinations, I understand that. Treat it as a tool. It's not the end all be all. It is a tool, and that's how I treat it. So yeah. And you can always, with AI, just take screenshots of what's on your screen. Be like, hey, what's going on here? I have no idea why this stock is doing this. Help me understand. I do it all the time. And it normally tells me, hey, why don't you go look at a news catalyst? Go over to live news, and whoever I'm looking at, I'm putting their stuff in, and I want to know, uh, I'm going to start looking at these news articles and say, what are they doing to make all this happen? I want to see everything Google's been doing and why. Yeah. So use those tools that you find. I'm not going to give you any specific plans because honestly, I don't have any. I don't know any. I've been trying one method so far, which is the VWAP pullback method. Now I'm going to try this other method out here. See how that goes. This ORB reclaim method and see how that goes. But I'm going to be honest, like the VWAP, I didn't get a whole lot of time with it because I didn't see really any good setups for it while I was online and trading. There may have been, I just didn't see them. So, yeah. All right, guys, I think that's going to be the show today. I do want your input though. Everyone's input, as long as it's constructive. and it's honest, please don't get on here being a tool. If I had the chance to invest $25,000 into account to attempt to day trade, should I do it? Uh, Still continue to look for work while at the same time, but giving this an honest shot. And what do you think? Do you think it's worth doing? I've been just come to the realization lately that, companies will pay you enough to make you happy for you not to quit usually. Some of them will even pay you enough that, more than what you really think you need, and they're being generous. But there's not many companies that you're going to get wealthy working for, not in just the traditional sense of work. So with that in mind, I'm thinking, is this the risk? Never in my life have I really taken a big career risk of opening a business, brutally or anything. I've always had a job, military or job of some sort, where I was relying on somebody else to pay me, not me making some sort of income myself. So this would be a big field. It takes a lot of planning. I've been starting that planning, as far as how I'm going to handle taxes and how I'm going to handle distribution of funds and down weeks. And I'm still making plans for all that. But what do you guys think? Do you think that I should take that risk? Uh, I think I want to, but I'm not 100% sure. I am paper trading first, like screen says, and I am enjoying paper trading. I'm having fun with it. I will probably continue to paper trade for a while. Uh, because if I do start trading my actual money, the rules on my entry and exit will be much, much tighter than what I'm doing on trading. My paper trading account will still be there and I will still be working with it just so I can see different options, how I can jump in at different options. But with my money, I hate gambling, so I will be very, very scared to extend myself to lose it. But I do have stop losses, and I will make sure that's part of my everyday plan to use those stop losses. So I don't know. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you learned something about some of these tools that I'm using out here. Uh, First week, just following the advice of AI, using some tools, and really devoting a little bit of time with it. You know, 3,700 bucks or so. First for a week doing this. Took a week to learn stuff before I just jumped in, and that's what happened. That is with paper trading. See where it goes next week.